One day, Gautam Buddha set out in a journey to travel the world. After traveling some days, he reached a village called Sravasti. When the people of Sravasti came to know that Gautam Buddha was coming to their village, they became very happy. So all the people of that village came to welcome Gautam Buddha to their village with flowers and garlands. They worshipped Buddha and welcomed him to their village. Buddha also became very pleased with the respect and hospitality of the villagers. There he took a rest for some time and then he gave his divine speech of wisdom to the people. A great number of people were gathered there to listen the divine words of Gautam Buddha about life. Mahatma Buddha never talked about reincarnation and yajna, and he did not believe in the practice of sacrifices. He always talked about karma and its results. According to him, non-violence and truthfulness is the ultimate religion of every human being. So, he always advised people to follow the path of honesty and peace. After finishing his unkind speech, Mahatma Buddha again set out in his journey. But it was about night to befall, and the sun was about to set soon. So people of Sravasti requested Buddha to stay there for that night. But Buddha refused them to stay there and said, since he was a monk, he could not live anywhere except his hermitage. Then the people said, Mahatma Buddha, if you will go right now, then your life may be in danger. After this village, you have to go through a long dense forest. But in that forest, a human killer lives, whose name is Unglimal. Whoever has faced him never back alive. He kills people and cuts their little fingers. So you should stay here for tonight. After hearing this from the villagers, Buddha said, don't worry, nothing will happen to me. No one harms you unless you hurt him. Saying this, he marched on towards the forest to his destination. After walking some miles, Buddha entered into the forest where Unglimala lived. The forest was so dense and dark, and it was pinned of silence from all around. When Buddha reached deep in the forest, suddenly someone called him in a very loud voice from his behind and said him to stop. But Buddha did not listen to him and kept on moving forward. Then again he called Buddha in a loud voice and said him to stop. But this time Buddha stopped there and looked back. Buddha saw that a big man having long hair and beard was standing in front of him. He had worn a rosary of cutting fingers and was looking so terrible that anyone would be scared to see him. People called him Unglimal. That brutal giant Unglimal was standing in front of Buddha. But Buddha did not scare for a moment, even after seeing him so close. Whoever had faced him would tremble with fear, but Buddha did not afraid of him. Seeing Buddha's courage and fearlessness, Unglimal became very angry. He shouted at him and said, "O monk, how dare you to ignore me? I was saying you to stop, but you didn't even listen to me. Perhaps you don't love to your life." Hearing this from Unglimal, Buddha smiled and said, "Who are you, and why should I be afraid of you? After all, you are also a human like me. So what is the matter to be afraid?" Hearing this from Buddha, Unglimal became very angry and said, "Monk, perhaps you don't know about my power. I am the powerful Unglimal, and if I want, I can kill you at once." Buddha laughed at Unglimal's word and said, "Unglimal, if you are saying that you are so powerful, then do a small work for me. Then I will believe that you are really powerful." Unglimala was becoming very impatient to kill Gautam Buddha, but he was shocked that how a bare monk could dare to talk with him. but Buddha told him to cut a branch of a tree. Hearing this, Angulimala laughed at Buddha and cut a branch of a tree immediately. Then Buddha said, Angulimala, you cut the branch so easily, but now please set the branch on the tree as it was before. Hearing this from Buddha, Angulimala became shocked. He said, how is this possible? How can a cutting branch grow back on a tree? Like a dead body can't back into life again. The same way a cutting branch can't grow back on a tree. Then Buddha said, if you can't bring anyone's back into life, then why do you kill them? Their life also dear to them, like your life to you. They also wanted to live like you, but you killed them mercilessly. Killing someone is not a matter of pride. It doesn't signify to your power and glory. Rather, it signifies to your cruelty and mercilessness. The path you are taking will destroy you one day, because this is the law of karma, that whatever we do in our life, that returns to us in the same form in future. Buddha's word affected to Angulimala so much, he realized about his mistake. He threw away his swords from his hand and started begging Buddha for his forgiveness. He prayed to Buddha to show him the path of salvation. Buddha said, Angulimal, non-violence and truthfulness is the ultimate path of salvation. Buddha took him under his shelter and enlightened to his life. Angulimala forsook all the wrong activities and became a disciple of Mahatma Buddha. Dear friends, through this story, Buddha wants to tell us, have compassion for all beings, rich and poor alike. Each has their suffering. Some suffer too much or other too little. A generous heart and kind speech and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. So always follow the path of non-violence and kindness. Dear friends, I hope you must like this story. If you like this story, then share this story to your friends who wants to listen such type of interesting and moral English stories. If you want to listen such type of more moral English stories, then you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Have a good day.